Are you looking for a charming yet bustling community with easy access to downtown and to the great outdoors? Welcome to Lakewood, Colorado. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Haarer, Denver area homes and neighborhoods expert. I'm also a local realtor, so if you have any questions about buying or selling homes in the Denver metro area, please reach out. My contact information is in the description below. Okay, today's neighborhood tour, Lakewood, Colorado, just west of downtown. Incredible access to many parks, tons of local restaurants and shops, and so much more. As usual, we will get into the location, the transportation, all of the amenities, including those great outdoor spaces, and of course the area's real estate and schools. Whenever you're thinking about where you want to live, location is obviously a top priority, and Lakewood is an exceptional location. We're just west of downtown Denver. Let me tell you a little bit about the area highways so you have an idea of how you get around here. US 6 actually runs from downtown Denver straight through Lakewood and out to the foothills. Lakewood is actually pressed between the city of Denver and the foothills, so it's absolutely gorgeous here, certainly when it snows and all of those mountains are covered, but you're still down in the city with all of the luxuries the city has to offer. So that's US 6, which actually can get quite crowded. Keep that in mind when you're commuting into downtown Denver. A lot of people will commute into the downtown area. You can add another 15 minutes or so to your commute. Similarly to the Denver airport, which is located northeast of the city of Denver, further northeast of Lakewood, you can add probably another 20 minutes if it's really crowded out on the roads, but without traffic, you can get to the Denver airport in about 35 minutes. Let's talk about I-70, which is the highway that runs west and east throughout the entire state of Colorado. This is the primary way you will access many of Colorado's fantastic ski resorts, and you have very easy access to I-70 from Lakewood. You can get to the Loveland ski area, for instance, in about an hour without traffic. Now, if you aren't a car person, which most people in Colorado are, mainly because you want to explore some unique destinations out in the mountains, and it's just a little bit easier to get around the Denver metro area, but the area is well served by the Regional Transportation District, or RTD. There are bus lines that run throughout here, but primarily you'll think of the RTD as your light rail line. It's the train that gets you throughout much of the metro area, including the W line, which runs through this area, including a stop close by where we are at the Belmar Shopping District. More on this location in just a bit. But the RTD light rail also runs through Union Station all the way out to the Denver airport, so lots of options when it comes to public transportation. Okay, so that's how you get around. That's more about kind of the proximity to everything you want to be near. Let's talk about the fun and the amenities in Lakewood. You have communities like Solterra, newer build communities with HOAs and large community parks and pools. Then you have kind of old Lakewood, homes built in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, older homes that can be fixed up and renovated, or maybe already have or are still in great condition. Those neighborhoods are like Green Mountain or further east, closer to the city of Denver city limits. But Lakewood is probably best known for its outdoor spaces, and true to its name, lots of little lakes around where you can certainly walk the dog or take a good run. And then you have Green Mountain. Green Mountain is extremely popular with folks from across the metro area in terms of hiking, mountain biking, you name it, it is well used all year round. There's also the popular Bear Creek Lake Park. It's almost like a state park given just how large it is and the kind of activities that are happening down in that park. There's everything from windsurfing in the summer to picnic sites, and then you have cyclists all over that area. And in the winter, even when it's cold outside, and we do have pretty mild winters, people are utilizing it for their runs, preparing for the Colfax Marathon later in the year, you name it. The Bear Creek Lake Park is certainly getting use all year round. It's also home to, in my opinion, some of the best golf courses in the area. And yes, you actually can golf year round. Of course, when it snows and the course is covered in it, you got to wait for all of that ice to melt. But you know, when we have a nice warm day in the 40s and 50s, and it actually feels a little bit warmer because we're at elevation and there's no wind blowing, you can actually get a really nice round of golf in throughout a good portion of the year. All right, so beyond all of the wonderful outdoor activities there are in Lakewood, you have some of the best shopping districts in the metro area. Today we are in Belmar. Absolutely love this location. It's kind of the heart of Lakewood. It's where so many people in this area come to enjoy themselves, have fun, meet friends. We're shooting right around Christmas time right now. There's an ice rink nearby where the kids are skating around. You have bowling lanes, you have the movie theaters, you have local shops and restaurants too to get the best of both worlds, and then some of your big box stores like Target, and there's a big Whole Foods here at Belmar as well. Lakewood is also increasingly known for its art. You'll see several installations actually just walking around Belmar, you know, right on the ground, on the concrete. So, you know, a very vibrant location and great for everybody looking for a nice night out on the town or just to do some shopping. This is not in Lakewood, but it's so darn close that it would be crazy of me not to mention it. Red Rocks Park and Amphitheater is one of the premier locations to visit in the entire metro area. If you are not familiar, this is probably the best place to see a concert in the entire world. It is a concert stage that is set into our beautiful red rocks of the foothills of Colorado. It's technically in the city of Morrison, just southwest of the city of Lakewood. But if you live in Lakewood, there's a good chance you're going there not just for concerts, but it's a public park when there aren't concert days. So you can go run around the park itself, up and down the hills. You can run stairs within the park and have a great view of downtown Denver from the very top. A spectacular location just minutes from anywhere you are in Lakewood. Okay, on to my specialty, real estate. Lakewood offers a diverse array of home types for buyers in every single price range, from smaller townhomes to large luxury homes. Lakewood has it. I actually often advise my home buyers who want to live within the city limits of Denver to head 10 minutes west on US 6 into Lakewood to get a little more value, to find slightly larger homes in better condition for their price point. So like I said, you'll find a little bit of everything here. You'll have some older, smaller townhomes that may need a little bit of work that are starting in the 300,000s. You have single family homes in the 500,000-600,000s that are actually in great condition. They happen to be a little bit older, sometimes have older home problems, but nothing that can't be overcome with some repairs or negotiated during being under contract with a seller. So lots of options there. And then if you're looking for something a little newer, there are newer build townhomes in the $700,000 range, all the way up, like I said, to those $2 million plus homes in Solterra. We'll talk about that community in a bit, but first let's talk about Southwest Lakewood, where Bear Creek Lake Park sits. I talked a little bit earlier about how beloved that area is amongst people who live in Lakewood, but it's also a great, quiet, more established neighborhood. Think older homes built in the 60s and 70s. There are homes in a wide variety of price points, and that price is often determined by a number of factors, including location and which neighborhood you're in. Let's look at a few of those neighborhoods. So for example, in Southwest Lakewood, you have Bear Creek Lake Park. The neighborhood around it is Bear Creek. You can expect some homes ranging from $300,000 to $700,000 roughly. At the lower end, you can get 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom townhomes that are older, again, may need a little bit of work. And on the higher end, typically homes built in the 60s and 70s. And at that price range on the higher end, typically they've had lots of fixes, repairs, remodels, you name it. It's ready for you to move in. There aren't a whole lot of issues with those homes. And in this kind of community, you can expect more established neighborhoods, big trees, you know, homes that have been there for a long time, quiet streets, all very well maintained. And then of course, you're pushed right up against the foothills, so you have incredible views throughout the community. I will say that with all of these neighborhoods, there are exceptions, including in Bear Creek, where you do have a couple of lots closer to the lake where you have big spec homes, custom build homes that are $2 million plus. But generally speaking, expect single family homes to be in that $600,000-700,000 range and townhomes to be anywhere from $300,000 to $500,000. You've heard me mention a couple times in this video the community of Solterra in Lakewood. This is a newer build community that was established in 2008, so all of the homes are much more modern. They're built for modern living, open layouts, updated finishes, large backyards, and then there's the community itself, which draws so many people to it. Think community rec center, pools, pocket parks, quiet streets. This is the type of neighborhood that Solterra is, and you certainly pay a price for that. A relatively low HOA, but the homes themselves are going to be more expensive than the rest of Lakewood. This is where you can have single-family homes ranging from, $700,000 on the very, very low end, typically $800,000–900,000 homes. And then there are certainly many, many million-dollar homes in Solterra and some extreme higher luxury end homes at $2 million plus. Those homes on the high end are going to be 10,000 square feet, where some of those $900 million homes are looking at approximately 4,000 to 5,000 square feet in that area. Of course, wide variety of factors that give you a range, but that gives you an idea of what's out there. Now, if you want to be in Solterra, but you don't necessarily need a single family home, or maybe don't want to spend that kind of money, there are townhomes there in the $700,000 range, some brand new ones actually on the market right now in the low 700s that'll give you 3-4 bedrooms, an office, an open concept living space, and access to all of the amenities that Solterra offers. Now, if you're one of those folks that I mentioned earlier who really wants to be in Denver, really wants to be close to downtown, you can live in Lakewood on the east side of Lakewood and find some pretty good deals. Similarly to Bear Creek, these are older neighborhoods, homes built in the 50s, 60s, and some of them may need a little bit of work, but you can expect to spend anywhere between $500,000 and $700,000–800,000. I'm finding the sweet spot for that part of town, close to Denver, close to Belmar here where we are now. $600,000 to $700,000 is a great price point to be in. You will get an updated home, 3-4 bedrooms, a finished basement, a nice backyard, a 2-car garage. It's not a brand new home, but all the finishes are there. It's ready for you to move in without any kind of hassle or concern. Okay, so that's a broad overview of the real estate. If you have questions about that, let me know. And also in the comments, let me know what kind of home you would prefer to live in Lakewood, given everything that I've described. Let's get into the area schools. The schools are another reason that lots of families decide to make their home Lakewood. In Lakewood, you have the Jefferson County School District, one of the top-rated school districts in the state. There are also some private schools, Denver Christian School and St. Bernadette Catholic School, also in Lakewood. Lots of wonderful options. Like anything, school to school, you can vary in terms of reviews, scores, you name it. So make sure you do your due diligence to figure out if your neighborhood school matches with what you want for your child. But certainly Jefferson County School District, one of the top rated in the state and hard to go wrong. And that's it for this tour of Lakewood, Colorado. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions about this community, or curious about the area real estate, or want to see videos on other communities in the Denver metro area, please reach out. My contact information is in the description below. I'll see you on the next one.